In the Union Budget speech of 2024, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has quoted about the 4 categories. And what are those 4 categories? The first category belongs to the Garib, second is Mahilaएं, third is Yuva, and fourth is Annadata, who are the farmers. But after 10 days only, we can see that farmers of this country are on the roads and they are protesting, and their protest name is Delhi Chalo Protest. Hello friends, welcome to the InNews series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about why farmers are protesting again. So moving towards the points of discussion part. First of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss the minimum support price because they are protesting for the minimum support price, and also we are going to discuss the Swaminathan Committee because they had also demanded that the demands and the recommendation of Swaminathan Committee should be fulfilled, and we are also going to discuss the Section 144 because Section 144 has been imposed in the parts of Haryana, Punjab and also in Delhi. And after that we'll have a practice question for prelims, that is will be on the right to protest. So we are covering all the topics which are related to this farmer protest. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the minimum support price, then we are going to discuss the right to protest. We are also going to discuss Section 144. So our main focus should be that what can come to our examination. So that's important for us. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving to the news part. So on February 13, which is tomorrow, it is expected that farmers will enter the Delhi. And before that, on February 12, it has been expected that they will meet in Chandigarh from the Union Minister Piyush Goyal and Arjun Munda regarding the farmers protest and regarding their concerns relating to the farmers and what are the conditions of farmers. And because of that, we can see that there are so much barricading happening in Haryana, also in Delhi and also in Punjab. The cement barricades have been put, iron nails have been put there, and also so much CRPS force have been imposed, and Section 144 has been imposed into this area that if any disruption will be caused, it's the government's authority and its government duty to prevent any kind of the destruction. So that's why this is the news we are going to discuss, and many experts are saying that it might will repeat the 2020 farmers protest, in which farmers were protesting for the implementation of 3 farm laws that had been already withdrawn, but why they are protesting now we are going to discuss in today's session. Moving to the next slide. So next slide is about minimum support price. So their main demand is that, they had withdrawn their protest because they had the government of India had promised to them that there should be a law on the minimum support price. So it's very important to know that what is the minimum support price. So minimum support price is a form of market intervention by the government of India to ensure agricultural producers against any sharp fall in the farm prices. So in layperson's language, you have to understand that what is the minimum support price. So suppose that if you are a farmer and if you are producing something, and what happened that the drought has come, so your crops has been wasted. What happened that you have produced a lot, but market prices has been fell and you are not getting your due prices what you have been expected, and what should be the minimum price for a particular crop. What happened that there is some problems in the market, you cannot transport your material to the other segment. So in that scenario, in case of any distress, in case of any farm crisis, the government will come and they will purchase your product at a minimum support price. So that price is called as a minimum support price, and it's the government duty to ensure the minimum support prices for all the farmers and for all the crops which they are growing. So this is the brief definition of the minimum support price. And the farmers wants that there should be law for the implementation of minimum support price so that it can be effectively implemented and the farmers would not be dissed into this scenario. So this is the brief definition and brief introduction about the minimum support price. It is a guaranteed price by the government. So Moving to the next slide. Next slide is about Swaminathan Committee. There another demand is that there should be the implementation of the recommendation by the Swaminathan Committee. So in 2004 and 5 there was a Swaminathan Committee, and Swaminathan Committee has produced various reports, and it had submitted 5 reports, and among 5 reports the 5th report was about the farmers' distress and their economic condition. So they have suggested something to the government of India, and government of India should work on to this point. So what is their first thing? So their first thing is that a medium term strategy for food and nutrition security for the universal food. So there should be the food security for the country and also for the universal food, and also there should be a try for the enhancement of productivity, profitability and sustainability to the farming system of the country. The third is a policy reform to substantially increase the flow of rural credit, and also special program for dryland farming for farmers in the arid and semi-arid regions, because farmers belong to the different strata, different regions, and each farmer has their different geographical and geological problems. So government of India must think about that, and enhancing the quality and cost of competitiveness of farm commodity. It's not just that you have to just ensure the minimum support price. You have to also ensure that there should be the better farming system in our country, and you have to also ensure that competitiveness should be there. There should be the better credit facilities. So in that scenario, the Swaminathan Committee has come with this kind of recommendation, and also protecting farmers from imports when international prices fall sharply. So, so many farm products we import, but we import in such situation also when international prices falling sharply and we are not getting the our due prices, we are not getting the price we are expected. So in such situation, the government of India should intervene into these matter, and that should not be that farmers are selling their products or importing their products out of the necessity. So it should not be like that kind of the urgent necessity, and also empowering elected local bodies to effectively conserve and improve the ecological foundation of sustainable agriculture. So what are the key highlights about all these recommendations? That they have focused a lot on sustainability, profitability, competitiveness, rural credit, and they had given a particular paragraph about the farmers' distress, and they have also highlighted that what are the reasons for the farmers' distress. So there are few reasons. The first reason, the climatic change, ecological problem, and also the farmers have no facility, rural credit facility. The small holding farmers are so much distressed, they don't know much aware about what are the government schemes for them, and also there is a huge problem of land distribution in our country, and because of unequal distribution of land system in our country, the small holdings are very much small. What we have seen that almost 2-3% of the farmers are upholded the more than 50% of the land, and among 50% the rest farmers can. So these are the land system of our country, which is a very crucial for the farming community, because land sizing is very low, small lending is very low, and because of that farmers are committing suicide, and they have also structural problem, like they are not getting credits on the right time. There is a problem of money lender, there is a problem of climates, there is a problem of minimum support price. So these are the reasons the commission has highlighted about the farmers' distress, and the commission has suggested that government of India must actively work into this direction, that why farmers are committing suicide. And till now also we can see that a large number of farmers are committing suicide, especially in Vidarbha region. So the government of India must think about this, and they should also think about the recommendation given by the Swaminathan Committee, because they had talked about the profitability and welfare of the farmers, especially the small holding farmers. Moving to the next slide, which is section 144. So why we are discussing section 144? Because in parts of Delhi, Punjab and Haryana, section 144 has been imposed, and it is expected that might be there will be the disruption, might be there will be the violence. So because of that, section 144 has been imposed into that area. Here comes the question that do we have right to protest? Yes, we have right to protest. and that's why farmers are doing protesting against the government of this country. But it's also the duty of the government that any violence or any disruption should not caused onto any area. So because of that, they have to come with the section 144. So this is the justification given by the Haryana government. We are not giving this kind of the justification. But when it comes to the question of right to protest and what is section 144, you must know that what is right to protest and what is the section 144. So in Article 19 of the Indian Constitution, we have right to protest. It is not explicitly mentioned in the Indian Constitution, but we can count under the right to freedom of speech and expression. We do have right to express our anger and dissent towards the government of this country. So what section 144 does, so in lay person and in very easy language, section 144 empowers the magistrate that you can put section 144 into a particular area if there will be any danger expecting. And what is the provisions under this, that more than 4 persons will not allow for the gathering. It means that only 4 persons can gather at a time. There will be no mass gathering at a time. And if you're not following, you might be jailed and you might be also punished, fine also. So these are the basic definition of the section 144, and it can be implemented against any individual and also against general public in order to maintain peace and law and order of a particular area. And what is the difference between section 144 and curfew? So in section 144, you can come out from your houses, but you cannot come out in the whole crowd. But in curfew, there is a complete ban and you have to stay inside the indoors. So this is the difference between section 144 and curfew. So these are the provisions we have, and in the direction in which area where section 144 is imposed, you cannot transport any kind of the weapons and you cannot use any kind of the weapon in that particular area. Moving to the question part. So as I already have told you that we have right to protest, so that's why the question is related to the right to protest. So you might be getting any kind of queries or any kind of the confusion that these farmers are doing wrong, that they are protesting. This is their constitutional rights and they have right to protest, and government of India had also this duty to follow up this protest and to prevent any kind of disruption. So the first statement is it is a fundamental right. So you must know that what it is. And the second statement is it is mentioned in Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. So we already had discussed about the right to protest. I hope you are able to answer it in the comment section. If you have any queries related to the whole session, kindly ask in the comment section. I hope you like this session. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.